Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Quranic stories. Let's go ahead. Okay. So today we are doing Prophet Musa's story, and it is part two. And I am going to just ask Isa about it. Isa, do you remember part one of Prophet Musa alayhi salam's? You can unmute and you can tell me. Do you remember the little baby in the basket and then he grew up? Do you remember all that?
Yeah, he grew up in the palace,
Yes,
and,
and
and,
then
and the
and then
pharaoh thought he would be better than him,
yeah, that's right. And you remember, so he
and
lived
he was
there.
running and running away
Yes,
because
and
because somebody was gonna catch him.
yes,
Like a
yes, yes, that is correct. So, let's go. So, let's talk about the Pharaoh. Yes. So, in the last episode, what we were doing, part one, we know that Pharaoh. What does Pharaoh say? Now, this is the translation from the Quran. O courtiers, I do not recognize any God for you other than me. What does that mean? That means he thinks he is God. He does not believe in Allah. Okay, so this is a big problem. This is going to be one of the biggest problems. He thinks he is God. Okay, and in the last episode, what happened that Isa alayhi salam had grown up, and now Isa alayhi salam had to leave Egypt. So right now he's leaving Egypt. He's actually running out of Egypt. Why? Because by mistake, what happened? He was so strong that he punched a man. He was trying to stop a fight. He punched a man, and that man died. And Musa alayhi salam did not want to do that. So when Musa alayhi salam heard the people are coming to catch him, he became terrified. And what did Musa do? Musa alayhi salam left Egypt. He ran. He ran and he left Egypt, and he knew there was a town called Madian. So he looked at Madian, and in the direction of Madian. Now he's just running in the direction of Madian. He is a Muslim. He knows about Allah. He knows that he is from the progeny of prophets. He doesn't know that he's going to turn into a prophet one day. He does not know that, but he knows that he is Bani Israel, and he needs to run from there. They are going to catch him. Okay, so he runs so far away, walks at some point, also joins a caravan and reaches Madian. Okay, now look at his shoes. Okay, let me ask Aiden. Aiden, is he wearing shoes? Is he wearing shoes? What do you think, Aiden? Aiden can unmute. What happened to his shoes, Aiden?
uh
Is he wearing shoes? He's not, right? What
no.
what happened to his shoes? He ran so much, his shoes broke, his clothes all dusty, his slippers torn, and his body all exhausted. Okay? He is exhausted. Okay? Let's go ahead. Now he reaches Madian, and there's a place in Madian where there is like a pond, or like a place where people go for to drink water. So upon reaching Madian, he goes to a pond and drinks water from there. Okay, and he sits there and he's observing, and two he observes two girls over there. Okay, and what are these girls doing? These girls are standing with their sheep, and it's a time when girls or women don't come out with their sheep. The shepherds are only men, but they have no choice. They are the ones standing with their sheep. And now what happens? Musa alayhi salam realizes two girls are standing by the pond waiting to get space so they could let their sheep in for a drink of water. Now what happens? Now Musa alayhi salam goes to those girls, and Musa alayhi salam asks them, what's the matter? Why aren't you going in? Why aren't you getting your animals are thirsty? He was concerned that the animals are left behind and the other animals are drinking, but these sheep are not drinking. So the girls tell him that they are waiting for the men to get done, and then they will enter. So let's ask Ira. Ira, why do you think? Unmute Ira. Ira, why do you think they didn't want to go while the men were there? So there were a lot of men. They were waiting. Let the men go, and then we would get in. Why do you think they were waiting?
Because
Because yeah, it's a time when women don't do this job, right? And the men might laugh at them. And there were so many men there that they were very modest, didn't just want to go in there, right? They were very modest. So what happened? That they waited for their turn, okay? And then what happened? So they told Musa alayhi salam, we are going to wait till all the men get done. So that would take a lot of time. So they also tell Musa alayhi salam that their dad is an old man, and that is why the girls have to look after the sheep. Okay, now Musa alayhi salam understands that, oh, the reason why the girls are out with their sheep and doing all this job which the women of that time did not do, and the men used to do all this job, and it was not safe for them to go out also. But it is because they don't have a man, they don't have a male person in their family. Their dad is too old, and there are no brothers or no one else. So this shows that they had to look after their animals, and they had to do some of the job which was not their job. It was like a job for a man. They were not strong enough to do all this. So now what happened? Now what happened? Musa alayhi salam helps the girls take their sheep to the water so that the sheep could drink. The girls get done early and very happy go home. So Musa alayhi salam did a very big favor, right? Musa alayhi salam should have just had his own water and just gone away. But Musa alayhi salam was concerned for the animals also. So he took the sheep. He said, okay, let me do it. And Musa alayhi salam took all the sheep, and he made the sheep drink water, and then he brought the sheep back and gave it to the girls, and he just left. He did not ask for anything. He did not ask the girl, oh, what are your names or anything like that. No, he was not concerned. He just wanted to do something good, and that's one good thing he did. He just made the girls not mix around with the men, do help them, and then he was off. He just went, and when he did this good deed, the girls went home, and the girls were very happy. And the girls went to their dad, and the girls told their dad was like, "Hi, how are you so early today? How come you're home?" The girls came in and they were resting, and they were so happy. And they said, "Dad, there was a man. He did not seem from here. He looks somebody new. He helped us." And he was strong, and he helped us, and he was honest, and then he did not ask for any favor from us. He just did a good a favor for us, and he left then. So the dad was very happy. What do you think the dad said? Let's ask Fahim, what do you think the dad says? What happens next? What do you think? What do you think should happen now in your? You could make up a story.
I feel like maybe the dad was like happy for the girls because this isn't their job, and
yeah,
it's
right.
hard for them to do it.
Yes, that's right. Let's ask Isa. Isa, what do you think, Isa? What do you think what is the dad going to say? Will the dad say something like, "Hey, I want to meet that man also"? Do you think something like that might happen?
No.
You don't think so? Okay. Ira, what do you think? What do you think, Ira? What's going to happen now?
He's gonna ask the girls to meet him.
Okay, he's gonna ask. Okay, well, okay. Let's go see what happens, okay? Okay, well, Musa alayhi salam is sitting there, okay, under a tree, okay? And Musa alayhi salam is under a tree. He sits down under a tree and prays to Allah. My Lord, indeed I am, for whatever good you would send down to me in need. Okay. For him, is he really in need? Do you think he needs help from Allah?
I think so, cause
Yeah. Does he even have his slippers on?
no, and I think he needs Allah's help to
Yeah, he needs a lot of help. So he's just sitting under the tree asking Allah, my Lord, indeed I am. For whatever good you would send down to me in need. Yes, he has no shelter on him. He does not have another change of clothes. His clothes are dusty. He does not even have slippers. He does not have money. He does not even know where the marketplace is. Where can he get things? He must be so hungry. The only thing he's done is just had water, free water, right? and he has nothing, nowhere to stay. He doesn't even know how he's going to spend the night. So he does what? He asks Allah, oh Allah, I am in need, I am in need. So then what happens? Now that old man, guess who that old man was? That old man was also a prophet, but he's now turned too old, but he's a very good man. He sends the two girls back, and he tells the girls that go back to that man, and tell that man that my dad is very old, but he can't come to you. Can you please come to him? He wants to meet you, and he wants to say thank you for the favor you have done. And in between, the girls and the dad talk that, you know what, dad, you should hire this man. This man could help us around, in our house, around the farm, in the village, and he could actually, take the sheep. He could be the shepherd. He could actually help us. So now the girls and the dad are thinking about this idea, and the dad is like, let me first meet him. So the girls go and they call Musa alayhi salam, and Musa alayhi salam says, okay, I will come. And in the Quran, it is said that when the two girls went to Musa alayhi salam, they were so shy. It was so difficult for them to talk to him. They were so modest. They were so shy. They were looking down, and they were just saying that our dad wants to meet you. He wants to talk to you. And then Musa alayhi salam looked at the girls. They were so shy. They were not doing any other extra talk, just what the dad had told them to say. They just said that. And Musa alayhi salam said, okay, tell me where you live, I will go. And Musa alayhi salam did not make them go walk in front, or he did not make the girls walk with him. He started walking, and he said, yeah, you girls can walk behind me. Just keep telling me the direction, like go right hand or left hand or go straight. So Musa alayhi salam walked at a distance, and the girls walked behind. And the Quran also talks about the girls, how in a very modest way they were walking, how nicely they were covered up. They were covered up, and they were not doing any extra talk. They were not being funny. They were just being very, very to the point, that our dad wants to meet you. And then they walked behind Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam did not find it decent to walk next, very close to the girls. He was walking in front, and the girls were walking behind him, because he did not want to show the other people that, look, I'm walking with these girls, because he had no relation to those girls, and the girls didn't have any relation with him. So he walked in front, and the girls kept telling him, go right, go straight. And he reached, and the house, and the father opened the door. Once he went inside, then the girls also came in. And guess what? When the two girls, okay, let's see this also. When the two girls tell their father about the help they received, the father wants to repay this kindness and ask him to come over to have food with him. And now Musa alayhi salam is sitting, and the old man is sitting, and the old man is a prophet, right? So what happened? Musa alayhi salam tells the old man his entire life story, okay, that, what happened, why is he in this state, why doesn't even he have slippers, and he used to be living in the palace. So all this story he tells it. The old man offers him marriage to his daughter. Wow, a place to stay, and in return, a service. He wants Musa alayhi salam to do some service for him. And what service do you think it's going to be? Let's ask Isa. Isa, what do you think the old man wants him to do? In return, he's good. He says, okay, you can live in our house. You can marry one of my daughters, whichever daughter you like. You can marry one of my daughter. You can stay here. Of course, your wife is going to be cooking for you also, and you will have a house. You will have a family. Everything will be good.
He can be the shepherd. He can be the shepherd.
Excellent. In return, I need you to protect us. He wanted his daughters to be protected also. He wants him to be protected. Remember, he's so strong and he's so tall and everything. Yeah. So this is what the old man wants, that we need you to protect us. We need you to be look after our sheep. And we want you to, be the man of the house, because I'm too old and my daughters, and there is no other man. Musa alayhi salam said, I accept. And then there was one condition the old man kept. The old man said, but you're going to stay with me for 8 years. And 8 years you are going to serve, this place, like be the shepherd and everything, look after the animals. And, and after 8 years, you are free, but for 8 years this contract will last for 8 years. 8 years you have to do this. After 8 years you're free, you can go wherever you want to with your family. So, and the old man did say, but if you wish, and I would really like it, you could make it 10 years, but 8 years is the contract. You can do a little extra 2 years also, because he also wanted to stay with his daughters and with him and everybody, right? So he kept this 10 years. So Musa alayhi salam said, okay. So now, what happened? Prophet Musa alayhi salam gets married, starts living with them, and does an excellent service for the old man. He is a wonderful shepherd, strong, honest, and hardworking. Look at that staff in his hand. So everybody look at this staff in his hand. The staff is going to be doing something very soon. You know what's going to happen?
It's gonna turn into a snake.
Oh no, it's gonna turn into a snake. Really? Let's find out. Okay, let's go. Okay, Aiden, what do you think? Aiden, do you think it's gonna turn into a snake? Can that even happen, Aiden? Aiden can unmute. What do you think, Aiden? Do you think Aiden is gonna turn into a snake? What?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay, we'll find out. Okay, we will find out. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so guess what? I have something to tell you. There was something not funny, but something used to happen miraculous. Okay, so one year now the old man used to say, okay, you know what? This year you have looked after all the sheep and you gave them food and water and you took them out and you were a shepherd. So if more, so the all this year a lot of baby sheep are going to get born. If they are black in color, you can have the black ones and I'll have all the white ones. Okay, so maybe you do take the black ones, I take the white ones. And you know what happened that year? Most of them were black, and the old man like, what? And Musa alayhi salam has his own now a lot of sheep, and they were black. And and the old man said, okay, next year, you know what? Next year I'm gonna say all black sheep are mine and white are yours. So next year, you know what happened? The old man said, okay, this year when all the black sheep get born, black are mine, white are yours, all the new babies. And guess what happened? That year, all of them were white. And then Musa alayhi salam had all. So now Musa alayhi salam's, like count of sheep became so many. Musa alayhi salam has had his own big sheep, and he owns those. He also looks after, of course, he also looks after the other sheep, all the sheep. But this is Allah, from Allah's side. He had so many sheep, and the old man is like, what happens is Allah really looks after this man, and he had all the sheep, every time he says black, all the sheep are black. Every time he has to take the white ones, all sheep are white. What is this? So it was miraculous. Okay, it's been 10 years. Okay, look, it's been 10 years. Musa alayhi salam now has his own family. Remember, he got married. Now he has children. He has a wife. He wants to take his family and go back visit Egypt. He misses everyone there. Okay, let's ask Fahim. Fahim, do you think there was anybody back? Did he leave anybody back in Egypt from his family? Do you think was there anybody in Egypt?
Yes, I think maybe the
remember his sister Miriam, who used to run with the basket, that girl was there. Remember, maybe his mother. And there's somebody very important he wants to see. He wants to see his brother, and his brother's name is Harun. He remembers his brother. He secretly used to visit him, and he loves his brother. And his brother Harun was older to him, maybe 1 or 2 years. He loves his brother, and he's like, I want to see my brother. Okay, then what happened? And he remembers his brother. The brother remembers him, but it's been 10 years. So now he is a little scared, but he's like, maybe people forgive me. It's been 10 years. Maybe they don't punish me. It's been 10 years. And now he's going to go back, and now he wants to show his parents and his siblings, his own family now. Like, look, my wife, my kids. Okay, now, but I'm sure he left the sheep behind. I don't think if he could take so many sheep, I think he left. So he said, okay, he went, and now he's not very good with the ways. Okay, so he goes back, and now he is going to visit. And in that time, you don't have planes, you don't have trains, you don't have, you don't have GPS or nothing. He just has to go. He has to just make out. People tell him, point him, okay, that way is Egypt, and now he has to just keep going, that way is Egypt. Okay, now what happens next? It's the night, and they are traveling, and most of the time they do have to travel in the night. You know why? Because it's a desert, it's really hot, so you have to travel in the night also. Okay, let's see what's happening. Musa alayhi salam is traveling in the night with his family, unsure of the way. He finds a very bright light. What? He finds a very bright light coming out, coming out of a mount ahead. He asks his family to stay back while he goes, checks it out. Maybe he is able to bring some light, some amber or something from it back, or find someone who could guide them to the right path to Egypt. So now he's like, okay, let me go up there and see what's happening. That area is just lit up. He is very strong, so he's not worried that anybody could do bad to him. So he makes his family sit down, okay, and he says, everybody stay together, and he goes up, okay, and he climbs. This valley is called the Valley of Tuwa. This was a famous mountain. It's called Mount Tur. And this Mount Tur, he saw something glowing over there. He wants to go see, hey, what's glowing up there? Okay. And as soon as he goes there, he hears his name being called out. Oh, Musa, it is me, your Lord. So remove your shoes. You are in the sacred valley of Tuwa. And now he cannot see Allah. He can only hear Allah's voice. And he knows that, I believe he's a Muslim. He knows that, Allah exists in everything. He used to always pray to Allah. Remember, he used to pray to Allah in that, when he was in need, and Allah used to fulfill his du'as. And Allah looks after him. Allah saved him as a baby also. So he knows that, Allah really, does some special help for me. So now what happens? Okay, and I'm going to keep asking you. Okay, we're almost done, but let's see what happens next. Okay, now, oh Musa, the voice comes, and remove your shoes, remember? So then what happened? Surely I am Allah. The voice comes, surely I am Allah. There is no God but myself. So worship me and establish Salah for my remembrance. Surely the hour, that is the day of judgment, has to come. I would keep it a secret so that everyone is given a return for the effort one makes. Now judgment day is what? When everybody's going to die one day, right? And then when we wake up and it's the day of judgment, Allah is going to judge us that day. Allah is going to ask us about the good things we did, and definitely Allah is going to ask about the bad things we did. So we have to be careful. Okay, and let me tell you, Allah talked to what Allah said exactly. So in Arabic first, إنني أنا الله لا إله إلا أنا فاعبدني وأقم الصلاة لذكري. So this is what Allah said, that you have to establish salah. That is so that you can remember me. And then Allah said something else also. So the one who does not believe in it, like believe in the day of judgment and believe in Allah and follows his desires, must not make you neglectful of it. Otherwise you will perish. So another thing Allah told Musa alayhi salam, that if people are not being Muslims, or if people are not doing the right thing, you don't have to worry about them. You just keep doing what you want, because if they distract you, you might fall, and you might get distracted, and then it is going to be very bad for us, for you. And then after telling these things, Musa alayhi salam got very relaxed, very happy. And then Allah told him, I have chosen you. You are the new prophet. And Musa alayhi salam was happy. Musa alayhi salam became peaceful. Initially, he was, a little surprised. But now Musa alayhi salam becomes peaceful. And Allah says, I have chosen you as the prophet. And as a prophet, I am going to give you some task. But first, Allah says something. Okay, and that's let's see what Allah asks him. Then Allah says, "And what is that in your right hand, O Musa?" So what was actually what is in your hand, Musa? And guess what it was? It's his famous staff, right? The staff that he always likes to carry. We have seen Musa alayhi salam with this staff, since a very long time. Since he became a shepherd, he loves his staff, and there is just one staff he just loves. He does not throw it away and gets a new one. It's just one staff he just loves so much, and he does a lot of things with his staff. Okay, so when Allah says, "And what is that in your right hand, O Musa?" He said, Musa alayhi salam said, "It is my staff. I lean on it, and I beat down leaves with it for my sheep. And I have many other uses for it." Okay. And one of the uses was, of course, what? When you're out in the wilderness and you have a lot of sheep, a wolf might come, right? So this was also good to, scare away the wolf, with his staff. So so this was like his weapon. This is like his thing, like he leans on it, he walks with it also. So he really loves his staff. And then something is going to happen now. Now, this is something miraculous is going to happen. Remember, we talk about the staff. So now what happened? Allah said to Musa alayhi salam, throw it down, O Musa. Now Allah is very casual, okay? Allah is very casually talking to Musa alayhi salam. "Oh Musa, throw it down, please." So he threw it down, and suddenly it was a snake. This is what I think. This is what who was telling us? This is what Isa was telling us. Oh no! What happened? That staff suddenly became a big snake. Okay, and what happens now? So he threw it down, and suddenly it was a snake running around. He said, "Now Allah told Musa alayhi salam, pick it up and be not scared, because you know what happened? Musa alayhi salam almost turned back, and Musa alayhi salam is almost going to run away from that place. And then he hears Allah, "Oh Musa, stop, pick it up, and not be scared. We shall restore it to its former state. Like we'll make it back into a staff." So Musa alayhi salam, now Allah said, "Don't be scared." So Musa alayhi salam was okay. As soon as Musa alayhi salam touched it, guess what? It became again a wooden staff. So now Musa alayhi salam used to throw it down. It used to become a snake. This is the new thing now this staff does. Throw it down, it becomes a snake. And then try to go pick it up, it becomes a wooden staff. And later on, this snake, one time, Musa alayhi salam is going to have a competition, and he's going to throw down his staff. That day, it's not going to become a little snake. That day, the staff is going to become a big serpent, very big. And it's going to do a lot, and it's going to do something. That we will leave it for next time. Okay, now we know that Allah gave Musa alayhi salam a miracle, and that miracle is his staff turns it into a snake, sometimes a big serpent, and it's for protection, and it's also to show the people that this is a miracle. This is not black magic. This is a miracle which prophets get. And then Allah gave him another miracle. Allah said, "Oh Musa alayhi salam, press your hand under your arm, and it will come out bright white, without any disease, as another sign." So it used to be so bright that people couldn't even look at it, So he just has to press his hand under his arm and take it out. It used to be glowing, glowing so much, And then Allah said, "These are the signs which you have. And now, Musa, your real task starts. You are going to Egypt. And what are you going to do in Egypt? You are going to go to Egypt, and you are going to tell the Pharaoh, release Bani Israel. And this is one of your tasks which you have to do." Although Musa alayhi salam was like, "Oh Allah, I will go, I will definitely, but oh Allah, help me with some things." And then the famous one of the famous duas Musa alayhi salam said, and I'm going to read that dua to you, and then Allah accepted that dua, and that dua was made actually in Arabic, and the dua is, "Rabbish rahli sadri wa yassirli amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli." Okay, and what did that dua mean? That dua was, my Lord, put my heart at peace for me. Because remember, when the Pharaoh was so, he could punish people, he could crucify people, he could kill people, he could do so many things. Everybody was scared of him. So Musa alayhi salam is saying, my Lord, put my heart at peace for me. Rabbish rahli sadri, and make my task easy for me, and remove the knot from my tongue. Now, Musa alayhi salam used to stutter. So, what happened? Musa alayhi salam is also asking, and remove the knot from my tongue so that they may understand my speech. And Allah said, okay, granted. And then Musa alayhi salam said, one last thing. Musa alayhi salam said, oh Allah, my brother Harun, please make him my helper, make him a part of this cause, make him he can talk also very fluently, make him a part of this mission. And Allah said, okay, granted, he is going to be with you, he is going to be your helper. So this was amazing. So okay, let me open. Everybody can unmute for a while, and I'm going to just ask one last thing from you people. Okay, so finally, Isa is right. Isa did say the right thing. that snake is going. That the staff is going to turn into a snake. That's right. Aiden, are you surprised that the staff turns?
I am surprised. Wow, wow, wow.
Yes, yes, that's right. Fahim, you knew that, right?
That was a good story, Miss Rabia.
That was a good story, yeah.
I read this.
Yeah.
Can you please leave now, Miss Rabia?
Yes, yes, yes. You are done. You people can leave. I am going to see you, inshallah, for next class. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Fahim, for staying. See you, inshallah, next class.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.